Hi guys, hey, it's Mrs. McKinnon. If you missed this day, we're going to do a little slide deck video for you. That's some of the five strong for you. Just remember our mantra is people, you, positive, productive. We're going to talk about the dynamic warm-up, static stretching, fitness testing, and some nuts and bolts. Hope you're doing okay. And again, our priority is people first, keeping it positive and trying to be productive. And this is just a little quote from Winnie the Pooh to you, because you are braver than you believe, you're stronger than you seem, and you are smarter than you think. So we're going to get through these hard times together. Um, just a couple reminders about Zoom. People are doing a pretty good job for the most part, so really appreciate, especially being able to see your face. It's nice. It's nice to try to have that human connection. And you guys are doing a very good job of being respectful and responsible. When we do our workouts, one thing we want from you is commitment and integrity, because we are having you do them on your own and we want you to tell the truth. Quick thing about emails. I've gotten a couple emails that have just made me chuckle a little bit, but just want to teach you a little bit about some basic professionalism and respect. So make sure that the first one that you send has a simple greeting, hello, Mrs. McKinnon, or good morning, the text or the question that you have, and then a closing. Now, when I reply back, I'll do the same. And then after that, we don't have to write each other's names every single time. But the first one, try to be professional. Because here's an example of something that I got. Why did you say it was 8:30 if it's 10:15? Also, I can't get in. Hey, and then the person puts their name. I just wanted to let you know I'm having problems with your Zoom link. Can you please resend me the link? Thank you for your time. And I'm just wondering, which one would you rather get? So this one isn't terrible, but I made a mistake with the time. So yeah, I mean, teachers are people. We're doing our best. So this to me, this one over here is much more, it's just a little bit more respectful. So I really encourage you to take it up a notch. What you're going to do, and you'll do this on your own time, is go ask Siri or Google or whoever, and I want you to find out, what is it, dynamic stretching and static stretching? When do I do it? How do I do it? And what are some examples? Because you're going to be doing your own dynamic stretching. We'll ignore that. But I want to show you a couple examples. You guys have done this if you've been in sports or in any PE class, but dynamic is what you're going to do before. You're going to get your muscles warmed up. You could do jumping jacks, walking knee hugs, arm circles, side shuffle down and back pedaling, lunges. We usually add a twist at Five High School, squats, leg swings. Sometimes we open the gate, shut the gate to get those hips open, inchworms, karaoke, and there we go. So just some examples. If you're in a small space in your house, there's a ton of ways that you can do this. So I would literally Google, how do I warm up in a small space? And somebody's going to have something there for you. What's static stretching? So static stretching is what you do at the end of your workout. So you don't do it at the beginning. It's the one where you just hold the stretch. You usually want to hold it for 20 seconds at least, up to 45 seconds to really get, there's some more examples. Glutes, we call that a figure four. Quadriceps, groin stretch. This one coming up, that's also called cobra in yoga. This arms. This one I love, when you can put your arm against a door frame and then pull. It helps on the bicep. Oh, it's one of my favorite stretches. It's just a good one. Triceps, wrist stretch. That last one, super important to do while we're on these computers, right? So that you can help with those cramps that you're going to get in your, well, I've been getting them in my wrist. In fact, it's a good reminder to sit up straight. Okay, you get the idea. This link is in there if you want to click on this slide deck. So what would you tell your little kindergartner? Dynamic is movement. It's dynamo. And static is you're just going to hold it. You're going to do your own fitness testing. We're not, because obviously we're not in the gym. And I just listed some examples out in the real world of when you have to do fitness testing, because it's not that different from PE. Look at this. sit-ups, 300-meter sprint, push-ups, running a 1.5-mile run, and pull-ups. So the stuff that we do in PE is actually very close to the real world. And then there's a couple more you can click on if you want. I put some videos on here for you to, oh, go back, go back, go back. There. So you can see how the Marines do crunches, a push-up example, plank test, the mile, and there's something called the mile Rockport walk test if you're not in good enough shape to run, and then the YMCA step, the YMCA 3-minute step test where you're stepping up and then you check your heart rate. It's all explained in these videos. So here's what you're going to do. You are going to pick 3 tests. And I would, when the air quality gets better, right now we're in September 15th and it's a disaster outside, but when the air quality gets better, I would recommend actually doing a mile run or doing a 2-mile run so you can get some cardio since we can't do the pacer. And I can hear you guys like celebrating in the background. Then in Google Classroom, I want you to, and let me show you in Google Classroom. You're going to go into your class. I'll just use first period as an example. You go into classwork, and then you'll see in week 2, you'll see fitness testing. And there's a form there, and I want you to fill this form out. Basically, just tell me what are the 3 tests that you picked, whether you did crunches, push-ups, and the plank, or crunches, push-ups, and the mile, whatever, and then what was your score? And then tell me about the difference between a dynamic stretch versus a static stretch, since we went over that. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so in the breakout rooms, what we did is, and you can do this with your mom, your dad, your sister, whoever, but wherever you're at right now, it doesn't matter. If you can do 1 push-up, doesn't matter. What we want to think of is, though, is where are you at now and where do you want to go? What are your goals? What are your starting point? I don't know if I have my phone here, but fitness is super fun and you got to find what's going to work for you. So I started doing the Peloton app, which is $12 a month. So it does cost money, unlike Fitness Blender, which is on YouTube, which is free. But they have this feature, it's got a calendar. And I'm just going to show you, there's my calendar for this month. So it's so dumb, but it works so well. For me to get that little blue dot is the biggest motivation. And I'm like a kindergartner with a gold star. I'm like, oh, I got to do my workout. I want my month to be all blue. And for me, that's just been a game changer. So you got to figure out what's going to work for you because fitness is forever. This is your life. This isn't just PE. Remember that on Friday, you've got to do your fitness form. And that looks like this. 2 workouts, 30 minutes each. They have to be separate days. So fill that out. Make sure you get that done on Friday. And that can be whatever you want, right? Yard work, running, yoga. Like that's one of the positives about this Zoom world. And then just remember that perennial. We're trying to find something that you love, whether it's yoga or BMX. Like we don't care. We just want you to be active. There's an article that you can read if you would like to know how to stay fit without being at a gym. And there's a bunch of workouts that they have listed, motivation, learning different exercises, and then some tips for how to keep yourself going. This one for me, keep yourself accountable. I'm telling you, those little blue dots made the difference for me. Here's another list from Mr. Shelbert that he made for his fitness and games class with a beginner workout, yoga, cardio, and even if you're at home babysitting, like here's some stuff you can do with your siblings. So there's tons of stuff out there. It's linked here in your Google Slides. And happy hallway, bam. Just remember, fitness is fun. You are strong. You are capable. You are resilient. Let's get them Trojans.